कुंज बिहारी। जय यमुना तिरवनचारी, जय कुंज बिहारी। जय राधा माधव, जय कुंज बिहारी। जय राधा माधव, जय कुंज बिहारी। हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे, हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। हे गोविंद हे गोपाल, केशव माधव दीन दयाल। हे गोविंद हे गोपाल, केशव माधव दीन दयाल। दीन दयाल प्रभु दीन दयाल, दीन दयाल प्रभु दीन दयाल। दीन दयाल प्रभु दीन दयाल, दीन दयाल प्रभु दीन दयाल। श्याम सुंदर कन्हैया लाल, केशव माधव दीन दयाल। श्याम सुंदर कन्हैया लाल, केशव माधव दीन दयाल। हे गोविंद हे गोपाल, केशव माधव दीन दयाल। हे गोविंद हे गोपाल, केशव माधव दीन दयाल। हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। जय शिला गुरुदेव की जय, शिला प्रपात की जय। All glories to assembled devotees, Hare Krishna. All glories to assembled devotees, Hare Krishna. Tagore Premanande, Hari Hari Bol. नमो शुभदा कृष्ण प्रस्ताव भूतले श्रीमती भक्तिवेदांत स्वामी नित्य नाम ने पाश्चात्य देशिता ने। जय शिला प्रपात की जय, शिला गुरुदेव। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय, ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय, ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। ओम अज्ञानं तिमिरन्धस्य ज्ञानञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुर्मृतं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। नारायणं नमस्कृत्य नरं चैव नरोत्तमं देवीं सरस्वतीं व्यासं ततो जयम् उदीरयेत्। नष्टप्रायशव भद्रेषु नित्यं भागवत सेवया भगवती उत्तम श्लोके भक्तिर्भवति नैष्ठकी। हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। जय जगत गुरु शिला प्रभुपाद की जय, शिला गुरुदेव महाविष्णु गोसाई महाराज की जय, नामाचार्य शिला हरिदास ठाकुर की जय। टैगोर प्रेमानंदे हरि हरि बोल। हरे कृष्ण। Hare Krishna, dear devotees. Thank you very much for thank you, Amrish Prabhu, for giving me this chance. So we're going to discuss how we become transcendentally situated, and it's called Gunatita. Means Guna is referred to the modes of material nature, and Atita is above them. So Gunatita is above the modes of material nature, or transcendentally situated. Now, yeah, so it is a very important topic, and we all wants to become transcendentally situated. And what I realize I want to share, and my realization is based on the Bhagavad Gita, chapter 14, verse 22 to 25. So I'll just share my screen there. Yeah. So I'll just quickly recite these verses. Shri Bhagwan Vacha Prakasham cha pravrittim cha Moham eva cha Pandava na dveshti sampravrittani na nivrittani kankshati udasina vad asino gunairyo va vichalayet गुणवर्तन्ता इति एवं यो अवितिष्ठति नेङ्गते समदुःखा सुख स्वस्थ सतः समलोष्टास्म कंचनः तुलया प्रियो धीरस् तुलया निन्दात्मा संस्तुतिः मान अपमानयोस्तुल्यः तुल्यो मित्रारि पक्षयोः स्वारंभ परित्यागी गुणातीत स उच्यते. Word to word synonym, translation and purport by Jagadguru Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Shri Bhagwan Vacha, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, said, Prakasham cha, and illumination, Pravrittim cha, and attachment, Moham, illusion, Evacha, also, Pandava, O son of Pandu, Na dveshti, does not hate, Sampravittani, although developed, Na nivrittani, nor stop, development, Kankshati, desires, Udasinavat, as if neutral, Asina, situated, Gunahi, by the qualities, Yaha, one who, Na, never, Vichalayet, is agitated, Gunaha, the qualities, Vartante, is situated, Iti evam, knowing thus, Yaha, one who, Avisthati, Avitishtati, remains, Na, never, Ingate, flickering, Sama, equally, Dukkha, in distress, Sukha, in happiness, Swasthaha, Swasatha, being situated himself, Sama, equally, Losta, a lump of earth, Asma, stone, Kanchana, gold, Tulya, equally disposed, Priya, dear, Apriya, undesirable, Dhira, steadily, Tulya, equally, Ninda, in defamation, Atma, samstuti, in praise of himself, Mana, honor, Apamanayo, dishonor, Tulya, equally, Mitra, friend, Ari, enemy, Prakashayo, in Pakshayo, in parity, Sarva, all, Arambha, endeavor, Parityagi, renouncer, Gunatita, transcendental to the more material modes of nature. Saha, he, Uchyate, is said to be. So translation, Srila Prabhupada ki jai. The blessed Lord said, he who does not hate illumination, attachment, and delusion, when they are present, nor longs for them, and when they disappear, who is seated like one unconcerned, being situated beyond these material reactions of the modes of nature, who remains firm, knowing that the modes alone are active, who regards alike pleasure and pain, and looks on a clod, a stone, and a piece of gold with an equal eye, who is wise and holds praise and blame to be the same, who is unchanged in honor and dishonor, who treats friend and foe alike, who has abandoned all fruitive undertakings. Such a man is said to have transcended the modes of material nature. Yeah, so it's a lot of things to follow to become transcendentally situated or above the modes, as um, Lord Krishna explained here, that we need, the main thing is that we need to be equipoised in all situations, happiness, sorrows, with friends, enemies, up and down. So if we remains equal, then we can understand this platform. So now Srila Prabhupada, it's not very big purport, so there are some points that I want to discuss from the purport, but I'll probably read it. Arjuna submitted the 3 different questions, and the Lord answers them one after another. In these verses, Krishna first indicates that a person transcendently situated neither envious anyone nor hankers for anything. So this is the first line, and Srila Prabhupada tells exactly what need to do to be transcendently situated. Neither envious nor hanker for anything. Okay, so further, when a living entity stays in this material world, embodied by the material body, it is to be understood that he is under the control of one of the 3 modes of material nature. When he is actually out of the body, then he is out of the clutches of material modes of nature. But as long as he is not out of the material body, he should be neutral. So what's the mean of neutral? So like we are in this body, we are not out of the body. So it means we have to tolerate the onslaughts of these modes. So he should engage himself in the devotional service of the Lord, so that his identity with the material body will automatically be forgotten. When one is conscious of the material body, he acts only for sense gratification. But when one transfers the consciousness to Krishna, sense gratification automatically stops. So how's that be? Because at the moment we got this body, we are conscious of our body, and we are conscious of our senses, we gratify our senses. But as Srila Prabhupada said, that when we transfer our consciousness to Krishna, so when we become Krishna consciousness, then it's automatically sense gratification stops. So sense gratification means we only think about ourselves. But when we start following devotional service, we know who is the original proprietor, who is the owner, and we recognize the authority of Krishna. Then our consciousness starts to change, start to shift from sense gratification to Krishna consciousness, to Krishna. So one does not need this material body, and he does not need to accept the dictations of the material body. The qualities of the material modes in the body will act, but as spirit soul, the self is aloof from such activities. How does he become aloof? He does not desire to enjoy the body, nor does he desire to get out of it. Thus, transcendentally situated, the devotee becomes automatically free. He need not to try to become free from influence of the modes of material nature. So this is important. So It's automatically done. How is automatically done? Because when we shift our consciousness from ourselves to Krishna, then slowly, the whole anarthas, the longings for gratifying our senses goes away, and we do everything in related to Krishna, or do only those things who are favorable to our devotional service, or who are helping us in progressing our devotional service. So I'll read the second part of, and then I'll discuss the points, because I got other points regarding the other verses. So the next question concerns the dealings of a transcendentally situated person. The materially situated person is affected by so-called honor and dishonor offered to the body, but the transcendentally situated person is not affected by such false honor and dishonor. He performs his duty in Krishna consciousness and does not mind whether a man honor or dishonor him. He accepts things that are favorable for his duty in Krishna consciousness. Otherwise, he has no necessity of anything material, either a stone or gold. He takes everyone as his dear friend who helps him in the execution of Krishna consciousness, and he does not hate his so-called enemy. He is equally disposed and sees everything on an equal level, because he knows perfectly well that he has nothing to do with the material existence. Social political issues do not affect him, because he knows the situation of temporary upheaval and disturbances. He does not attempt anything for his own sake. He can attempt anything for Krishna, but for his personal self, he does not attain anything. By such behavior, one becomes actually transcendentally situated. So it sounds very easy, but it's very hard. It's like when we read it, it's okay, all right, this is how we become transcendentally situated. But it's very hard when if somebody dishonor us, somebody tell us, and different, like, or somebody angry on us. So then how we behave, that is our exam. That is, we are our own judge. So from this we can understand that that we need to be equipoised in all circumstances, pain and pleasure, honor and dishonor, or with friends and foe. But how we transcend, how we go beyond at the moment, because we are controlled by modes of material nature, and we need to find a way how these modes do not affect us. So I come across with His Holiness Mahavishnu Goswami Maharaj, one of the lecture, when Maharaj is explaining how to transcend. So Maharaj said that transcend is to go over, just like a vehicle on the road is controlled by traffic signal of red, green, and yellow. We are controlled by three modes of nature, whereas a helicopter is above the signal. So we have to catch the helicopter of devotion service. And for this, we must regulate our activities. Srila Prabhupada has given us a perfect daily routine to do our sadhana by following the four basic regulative principles based on the four pillars of spiritual life. Yeah. So here, Guru Maharaj is stressing that, giving a very practical example of traffic light. Three traffic lights. When we go by car, so we have to stop on the red, and then or green on the go, and prepare to stop on the yellow. All these rules we have to follow, because it's affected, because we got this vehicle. But if you are sitting in a helicopter, it doesn't, or in a flight, it doesn't affect. Those rules doesn't apply. So that means we have to catch the helicopter of devotional service. But how? We have to, first of all, we have to follow the regulative principles. So Guru Maharaj said that four regulative principles. They are simple, but It's given by Srila Prabhupada, a perfect daily sadhana that we need to perform. So Guru Maharaj gives practical example, of this traffic light. And so we have to face these three modes of material nature as long as we have this body. But if we catch the flight, then we can transcend the hurdles. Maharaj stress on the following our sadhana sincerely, because this is practical. We can go on talking about philosophy, but the real change comes when we follow the instructions sincerely. And another place, Guru Maharaj said that our sadhana must go on. Devotees may care or do not care. However, we go on our way, increasing our sadhana. The main flow of the river is towards the ocean. People may go to the river to wash their clothes, wash their cars, take out the water, but river ignores all the different usages and even then continues the main flow. So main thing is to continue our sadhana in any situation, despite of hurdles in our lives. We bound to come across the different people in the society with the different modes. We are ourselves got modes, but we try to deal with them and still protect our sadhana. So this is very important instructions by Guru Maharaj also, because situation doesn't remain the same. This world is changing rapidly. It's changing every moment. Our bodies are changing every moment. We're getting old day by day. So it means that we have to be very sincerely think about it, that our sadhana doesn't get affected. And rest of the things will dovetail anyway. So it's a matter of priority. Some people say that, oh, I can't finish my rounds, I can't do study, I can't do chanting, I can't do this, I can't do that, because it's not prioritized. So when we prioritize our things, because it's easily understandable on the point of view of students, it's a lot of students here. So you prioritize your study, right? If you got exam, you got those things. So you prioritize, okay, I need to study this time to this time and I have to. So this is a practical way that Guru Maharaj tell us how we can manage our time, how can we follow our sadhana and follow regulative principles. So next point is that no envy, no hankering for anything. Because of envy, we fall victim of material miseries. We are envious if somebody is superior to us or have more material possessions than us. And with the inferior, we kick them or disrespect them or try to exploit them. All these are envious nature. Or when we are lack in our sadhana, that is also envy. Because after all, why we are here in this material world? We are here because we are envious of Krishna. So this envy is biggest enemy of our progress. So second is hankering. So either we are hankering or lamenting. So hankering for material things or lamenting for past. But transcendentally situated person does not lament or hanker. So this is actually confirmed in Bhagavad Gita chapter 18, verse 54. It's a famous verse, Brahma Bhuta Prasannatma verse. So I'll quickly share that. Yes. Brahma Bhuta Prasannatma na shochati na kankshati samah sarveshu bhuteshu mad bhaktim labte param. Mad bhakti labte param. Bhaktim labte param. So param is transcendental. Translation: one who is thus transcendentally situated at once realizes the Supreme Brahman. He never laments nor desires to have anything. He is equally disposed to every living being, every living entity. In that state, he attains pure devotional service unto me. So, yes, so this is the formula, that he is equally disposed to every living entity, and he doesn't lament and doesn't desire. So Srila Prabhupada is saying in the purport, I just want to quickly share a few lines, that the devotee in Krishna consciousness has nothing to lament or desire. Since God is full, a living entity who is engaged in God's service in Krishna consciousness becomes also full in himself. He is just like a river cleansed of all dirty water. Because a pure devotee has no thought other than Krishna, he is naturally always joyful. He does not lament for any material loss or gain because he is full in service of the Lord. He has no desire for material enjoyment because he knows that every living entity is the fragmental part and parcel of the Supreme Lord and therefore eternally a servant. He does not see in the material world someone is higher and someone is as lower. Higher and lower position are ephemeral, sorry, ephemeral, and a devotee has nothing to do with the ephemeral appearances or disappearances. For him, stone and gold are of equal value. This is the Brahma Bhuta stage, and this stage is attained very easily by a pure devotee, by the pure devotee. So, yes, to when we follow the devotional service very seriously, then it is achievable. So, how this stage is possible, as Srila Prabhupada mentioned, a devotee, Srila Prabhupada mentioned that a devotee is full in service of Lord. When we totally absorbed in services, we are following devotional service and instructions by Srila Prabhupada and Srila Gurudev, but how to increase and absorb fully? Yes, we have to work under our capacity, as we discussed in previous classes, that we can increase our capacity when we sincerely follow the instructions or sincerely follow our sadhana. When we associate with like-minded devotees and engage in different services, then we do not find time to entertain these hankerings and desires for for material things. Actually, we need to learn how to tolerate and keep going like a river flows towards ocean. Tolerance gives us the capacity to be equal. And following devotional service and chanting the holy name is possible when we are tolerating. So this point is very important also, is very practical. When we are fully absorbed, how fully absorbed, that's how we try to do. And His Grace Amrish Prabhu nicely engaging us in the services, in preaching services, in different services. So you don't give yourself a chance to entertain material things. Just you fully absorb in the services, then the modes won't affect you. So you will, it's like a river. The example of river, Guru Maharaj says that people wash in their clothes, wash cars, take water out of it, but it doesn't affect river. River just keeps flowing towards the ocean. It's pursuing his ambition. What his ambition is to go into the ocean. Same like we have to follow our sadhana no matter what happens. So we have to be very, very strong, very, very firm in it. And we can understand that when we practically follow this. It's not, we are our own judge, we always say that. So it's no use of judging other people. We need to judge ourselves. So Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu also says in Shikshashtakama that Tarnadapi Sunichena Tarorapi Sahishuna Amanina Manadena Kirtaniya Sadahari. So one should chant the holy name of the Lord in a humble state of mind, thinking oneself lower than the straw in the street. One should be more tolerant than a tree, devoid of all sense of false prestige, and should be ready to offer all respect to others. In such a state of mind, one can chant the holy name of the Lord constantly. So this is the formula, to chant the holy name of the Lord constantly. Kirtaniya Sadahari. So this is the instructions by Mahaprabhu, and we can cultivate this in our lives. And another point, Srila Prabhupada are mentioning that when one is conscious of the material body, he acts only for sense gratification. But when he transfers the consciousness to Krishna, sense gratification automatically stops. So how to do this? how we shift this consciousness. So I can tell that, okay, I got this body, I'm conscious of my body, my senses, but I cannot stop gratifying my senses immediately. And it does not mean that when we follow Krishna consciousness, we stop our senses. We still have to eat. We still have to sleep. We still have to do things. We still need to fulfill our bodily needs. So how we do it? So actually, it means that whenever we accept things for maintenance of our body or our bodily needs, we recognize the original proprietor of Krishna. So whatever we are doing, or eating, or traveling, or any activity, first recognizing and remembering Krishna, who is the proprietor of everything. Our consciousness shift from my sense gratification, from myself, to Krishna. So Sri Ishopanishad, actually, Ishopanishad Mantra 1 says about this Isa Vashyam principle. This is a Isa Vashyam principle where we know that who is real proprietor. So we have so I'll actually quickly share that also. Yeah. Om Ishavashyamidam sarvam yatkincha jagtyam jagat tena taktena bhunjitha magridha kasya svidhanam. Translation: everything animates or inanimates that is within the universe is controlled and owned by the Lord. One should therefore accept only those things necessary for himself, which are set aside as his quota, and one should not accept other things, knowing well to whom they belong. So we have a set amount of quota, we have a set amount of quota, and we shouldn't be encroaching others. So when we follow Isavasam principle, then our consciousness changes towards Krishna, who is the Supreme Lord. So Krishna is transcendental, and his pure devotees are transcendental. So to become transcendentally situated, we need to follow the footsteps of pure devotees who are transcendentally situated. As long as we carry on sense gratification, we cannot become transcendentally situated. So this is a contradiction. Like, this is totally apart. So sense gratification and transcendentally situated is apart. So we have to leave sense gratification if we want to become transcendentally situated above the modes. So as soon as we do anything for our sense gratification, we fall into modes of material nature. And we can experience that in our life. I can experience in my life. Because as soon as we fall back on sadhana, or we lack on our sadhana, or we lack on our services, we feel it. It's immediately the modes affecting us. So, and devotees who are following the devotional service for a long time, they can tell also, they can feel also that even the new devotees, or, well, I'm a new devotee anyway, but it's we can feel that when we start following the devotional service, we can see the change. We can feel the peace of mind. We can satisfaction, a sense of satisfaction and shelter. We can feel the shelter of Guru Maharaj and Srila Gurudev and Srila Prabhupada. So so as long as we carry on sense gratification, we cannot become transcendentally situated. So coming back to these basics that regulate our activities and dovetail devotional activities in our lives. So we come back to the basics. We cannot jump, we cannot go jumping like different stages. We have to start where we are. And if we go on jumping here and there until until we find we are situated into a place where we find a shelter, where we find the process that we need to follow, we cannot understand these topics, these transcendental topics, you know. So the real change only happen, real change must be seen in our behavior. So in our lifestyle. So we can fool others. Maybe we can show, I can wear this kanti mala, I can wear the white kurta and tilak and everything, but I cannot fool Krishna. I cannot fool Srila Gurudev, and Srila Prabhupada. We are our own judge, as we tell before. So we we need to stop judging other people. It's very easy to judge others, but we have to judge ourselves. Then we can feel the change. Then we can real change ourselves will come. So transcendentally situated, the guna tita, this topic is very vast topic, but and it can be on depends on different experiences of different devotees, you know. But as far as I understood this much, all these points that I realized, I explained it, and I'll just finish here. I stop here. So if any comments or questions, or if you want to ask. Hare Krishna, Amrish Prabhu. I think Prabhuji is not there. Yeah, so if you wanna say something, devotees, any questions or comments, please.
Hare Krishna, Sadhu. No, it's all good. Thank you very much for a nice class. All the best to you. Very much.
Thank you.
We'll wait for any questions if anyone has any. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Parth Prabhu has raised the hand. Yes, Prabhu.
Hare Krishna, Prabhu. Thank you for your nice class and explaining those points. So, just quickly, Prabhu, why modes are so powerful? Why we cannot actually, transcend ourselves at all levels? Actually, yeah. Thank you, Prabhu.
Hare Krishna, Avinash Prabhu. Thank you very much for your question. Yes, as Srila Prabhupada also mentioned here, that as long as we have this body, we want to have those modes affecting us, you know. So it's the very fabric of the material nature of these three modes. So as soon as we comes here in this material world, they work on us, and we understand when we dealing with people. So we understand that okay, the modes affecting them also. It's affecting us also, it's affecting that also, them also. So why the modes are affecting us? Because it's the how this material world is created, how this material world is functioning. Because without modes, it won't function. The modes are the three modes is the very fabric of the material energy. And just to become a gunatit, that's what I realized from Srila Prabhupada's explanation, Guru Maharaj, that we need to follow the principles. Then we can have a glimpse of how to become gunatit for a start. Is it okay, Prabhuji? Or that's what you were asking?
You.
Or yes, I can ask
Prabhu
for explanation, Prabhuji.
Yes, Prabhu. This all the energies, Krishna energy come into force as soon as you're in the modes, and we cannot win Krishna energy. Yeah, very nicely explained. Thank you.
Thank you, Prabhu. Thank you for your question. Yes.
Thank you, Sanjeev, for a
Hare
very
Krishna.
nice class.
Thank you. Prabhu.
I think Avinash Prabhu already asked a question that I had, but I think I was thinking, the Prabhupada, the verse that you explained, the Bhagavad Gita verse from chapter 14, where Srila Prabhupada described how to become a transcendentally situated, So it's not something that you forcefully, you can actually try to go above. But I think where he spoke the point in regard to how devotee can become aloof, So would you able to actually just expand that point actually? Because I was thinking, sometime, when you actually engage in devotional service, especially, you are actually doing services, probably you feel like, you're a little bit out of the materialistic habits. But as soon as you leave the association, you again dragged back, So
Yes.
how to actually consistently maintain that? Maybe it's always a question, but yeah, if you can, because you studied this verse, maybe you may have different realization.
Yes, Prabhuji. It's a valid question, and thank you, Prabhuji, for your question. Yes, how Srila Prabhupada said, and the answer I found it in Guru Maharaj, that lectures prescribed, that little lectures prescription, that we need to come to the basic. We need to follow our sadhana sincerely and regularly, because that's, as you said, that when we follow, then we feel a little bit that, okay, it's not affecting, but as soon as we are not, then it's affecting us. Modes are affecting us, straight away. So the best thing is, yes, we never leave that. So, and with the association of the devotees is very important. We cannot do whimsically as well, So that's also another mislead. It will mislead us. But I think it's a good point. I want to request His Grace Amrish Prabhu for give more explanation on this point. Yes, Prabhu.
Hare Bol, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Thank you very much. Could I get a little bit more clarity on the question? If you don't mind, I'll ask you to repeat, and I'll ask the question to understand the question better.
Do you want me to say it, Sanjeev Prabhu, or you want to explain?
Yeah, you can ask Prabhu.
Okay. Now, Prabhuji, I think Prabhupada, in the purport, I was listening in that from the chapter 14, where he made that point actually how to become transcendentally situated, where he talks about the devotee, he does not actually, you cannot artificially go above the modes, but actually by engaging continuously in the devotional service, he does not desire to enjoy his body, and thus he become aloof from materialistic activities. So that how he transcendently situate, right? So my question was around that, like always been actually we've been taught in this program as well that and Srila Prabhupada always repeat, one has to engage 24/7. That is a way to become actually get out of this material entanglement. So what I was thinking that actually when we are in association, we're doing services, festivals, we're very much engaged. Then you feel like you're a little bit, you do not feel like to do materialistic thing, but as soon as you leave the association and you get back to your daily work mode and all that, then you feel like you are very much under the mode, you actually swing up and down, up and down. So this is not a new question, it's always been a question. So how to actually remain, transcendentally situated all the time, So yeah, I understand the simple answer is 24/7 engagement.
What else can I say? Even this for me as well. Answer is given.
So like what means pure devotees means actually how they remain, how they maintain the constant.
Yes. It's a good, valid query, valid question. There's no doubt about this. And this is, one has to think at this, applying one's own experiences. So, see, the main underlying answer is that The whole process of Krishna consciousness is a science of self-realization. So it's a science. And it is self-realization. 2 points are there. Science means there is something which is a hypothesis. You put a hypothesis of some point, some answer, and then you put your thesis and practically implementation for the answers to achieve the thesis. That's called science. And science of self-realization. There is a self-realization process. So however much we realize, how well we realize that we know. You've studied this point, right? Nobody else will know. You may realize very well, you may think very well, but I do not know. Similarly, what I do, that you may not know. It may manifest in some words, some behavior. But the idea is this, that if you like something to do, then you will do it again. Yeah? So if you have achieved something which you like to do, then you do it again. Just like if you go to a restaurant to eat, you like the food, you go again. And you will taste somewhere here, there, other restaurant food also, but you say, no, that food is better, I'll go there only. Similarly, for any service, if there is a good service person who gives service to you, you're satisfied. So you'll do that. Yeah? So this process that you like to do something, and you'll try to achieve that again, this is what it means to do continuously. Now, the thing is this, to do it continuously, there are a lot of impediments. Age is an impediment, but it's not. But still, we make it impediment. As long as we are not continuously doing this, when the taste doesn't keep coming to us all the time, we've got family responsibilities, we've got children responsibilities, we have ourselves to be children as responsibilities towards our parents and elders, we've got responsibility for our own self, etc. So this hampers our coming back process. That is the reason why, in very simplistic terms, great devotees say that you must steal the time. As Mahavishnu Goswami Maharaj says, steal the time to do this. And Prabhupada says that it is just like, bhakti is just like a wife who's cheating the husband. So very, very oxymoron example Prabhupada gives. But just like if you love somebody, okay, then you'll cheat, you will hide from your family members also, parents also, and go to the lover. You see? Just like what the gopis had done. So what the gopis had done. See? So because they won't do it. So the how much that we want to do is what we have to understand. And that is important. If we are doing it, if we like it so much, then we will do only so much efforts. But if you really want it, then you take more efforts. You see? But the important thing is the taste. We all have taste, so we want to do it. But how desperate we are, we do not. Then we have to. That is up to us, how much actions we take. Many times, some situations are called for to take drastic step. I want to meet this person, I will do whatever it is, I'm going to go. Full stop. Goodbye and good luck to the world. That is your level of desperation. So say, yeah, I want to meet this person, but if I'm free, I'll do. It's a level of desperation. So it's a self-realization process. The more desperate we are, the more we will find the ways to do things.
Yes.
So if you taste it, what I have, those who really love their themselves, we don't like ourselves. That's why we want to spend time being entertained by others, including friends and television and movies. We don't like our own entertainment, which we give to ourselves. See, actually, we are constantly entertaining our own senses, right? You watch movies, watch cricket, you watch this, you watch that, talk to your friends, talk to your lovers, talk to your enemies, entertaining ourselves. Love and hate relationship is there with the world. Yeah. So with that love and hate relationship, how much you want to love is what we can choose. So we can choose whether we want to be enjoyed by all these other things or making money from me, my eyeballs, my mind, my intelligence, my opinions, or I'll find somewhere else. So those who are actually finding a little bit of glimpse of this, they're very satisfied in the routine. So our routine in the day should be very exemplary. So in the day I do this, then I do that, 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 then it's done. Day finished, very busy, full stop. But if we don't plan our day and we don't like our routine, then we are happy to be, yeah, all right. Friend comes, go there. Oh, yeah, let's have pizza. Yeah, why not? Let's go. Then somebody says, let's do this. Yeah, why not? Somebody makes you angry. You say, yeah, why got angry? Somebody makes you sad. You feel sad. But if you have got focused routine, you say, I can't afford to be angry right now, man. I've got this work to do, or I've got that work to do, or I can't afford to be upset. I can't afford to be sad. Come on, give me a break, man. How am I supposed to do this if I'm sad? I can't chant chanting, if I'm sad and I'm depressed. No, chant. So you're task oriented. So the routine for devotees are very important. And that's the reason why many devotees, when they travel from their homes or their ashrams, wherever they go, they follow the routine wherever they go. Like Srila Prabhupada would have a routine. He would take a plane and come back somewhere else. He would take the time. What is the time now? Oh, morning 7 o'clock. You change the time. It's 7 o'clock for him. Let's have 7 o'clock. No, lunch, breakfast, all this chanting, this is going on. Well, let's all move on. You see, this is the point to be understood. So how much we attach to our routine, because the routine will give you pleasure. If the routine doesn't give you pleasure, if the routine that we do doesn't give us pleasure, that means something we have to change the routine, which gives us pleasure. So when we are away from this, doing material things, it's not giving us pleasure, then find ways to minimize the material things. So what I've said is the same thing, but different words, with my personal some realizations here and there. But answer is the same, just do it. If you want it, do it. You'll find a way to do it. Just like if you are doing your final examinations and there is no time, there's only 1 week or 3 days, then you say, come on, man, I can't afford to do all this, watch the game or go with my friends out, going party. Oh, I'm a sulk, I mean, my God, I can't do what I still have to study, Now do it after my exams are done. I'll go and enjoy. This is the point. This is the point. Priorities. So even as living beings, if we want something, we'll achieve it. But if we want something and we can't achieve, giving the reason, oh, but I'm busy, I can't take this leave, I can't take that leave, that means no problem. It is true. But the priority is different. This is how black and white the world is. There's nothing else. We can say some nice words, esoteric words, but it's the fact. If you really want to do it, you'll do it. So the idea is how to make it really want to do it. That is a good question. So that we cannot, this becomes priority. That is true. So for that, we really have to study the philosophy. And when we come to the philosophy being implemented by Krishna and what happens in the spiritual world, if you get a glimpse of it, then we cannot live. But we can't jump over it. Because even if you know what is happening in the spiritual world, momentarily you'll feel very impressed. Wow, this is great, this is nectar. Wow, wow, nectar, 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 nectar. And then you forget the nectar. Nectar is finished. See? So, Prabhupada says this routine, and Guru Maharaj says routine is very important. Prabhupada has given the routine to us. Best routine. 4 agreed principles. Morning you wake up, Mangal Arati, chant. You can't Mangal Arati, no, chant, read, study, move on. Step by step. And this is very important. If you do not study Bhagavatam properly, you won't understand a word of Chaitanya Charitamrita. If you don't study Bhagavad Gita properly, you won't understand a word of Bhagavatam. If you don't study, Sri Upanishad, you won't understand a word of Bhagavad Gita. And a matter of instruction, you won't understand. You see? But if you study matter of instruction, and then once you go to the places where this is happening, then you have got a different nectar. There's an implementation of it, you see? So there's a theory and an implementation of theory. That's why association of pure devotees are needed for implementation of theory. So if you have a taste, then you will follow the theory all the time. Because you understand, I don't want to miss the taste. Then you will do the material activities, but you say, my thing is gone, man. I want to come back to my routine. What was that? What I was doing? Come back to my routine. I was getting that enjoyment, The enjoyment is missing now. So this is the point. So it is a very personal process. Don't institutionalize it. Where the whole lot is to do this, everybody goes for Mangalas, everybody goes for this, everybody goes for that, and then it becomes institutional. Institution is made for individual progress. Don't forget this. So it's a very personal progress. It's a very personal thing. Feel and touch on your own. And when you can feel it, I don't want to miss this now. Tomorrow I'll do it again. If you can't do it, you will see yourself drifting. Oh my God, I've drifted now. Let me go back to that thing again. That's why. It's simple. Be it good chanting. If you can't focus on chanting, no problem. Put Prabhupada chanting counter or YouTube video for Prabhupada chanting. And chant it Prabhupada. But slowly, you can hear Prabhupada chanting, you can hear your voice chanting. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. You see the difference? Everything is there. Use everything at your disposal for your own progress. Otherwise, we have wasted our time. We are criminals. Criminally wasted our time. And this benefits you, it benefits your family, it benefits your forefathers, it benefits your future generations who are going to come. What you are doing today. Imagine the power of today and the power of this moment. Then you will see the weight in gold. Yeah. And as I said, when we are not purified, you are going to waste time. To say, this is my time, waste time. This is my time to waste time. Say that way at least. You say, I have wasted my time from 6 o'clock to 7 o'clock. Now everybody will be wasting their time from 12:30 to 9 o'clock in the evening. Everybody watching cricket game. Man, what are you going to do? Hey, there, ecstasy, Maharaj says, Maharaj went to a place, somebody for donation, So that man was watching the cricket game, in the house. So the Maharaj says, man, I had to take money, so I had to sit and watch cricket game with him. Although, what to do? Money has to come from him. So I said, we said with him, and he's in ecstasy. Hey. Maharaj said, what is going on, man? There are some few people on the ground, they are doing some game, and this guy is in ecstasy in his living room, jumping up and down, And then so many thousands of people in the playground are jumping up and down. What is what 2 people are doing, They're laughing so much, you see. But at the same time, when my son was young and he was playing the game, I asked Maharaj, he's playing cricket. Is it okay? Yeah, no problem. He knows bhakti is important, let him play cricket. Right? So simply Maharaj said this, Because so many others say, don't do it. You should not allow to play, sports at all, not allowed, He said, no, let him do. So I said, well, I put my into it. I said, that's not right. So next time when I met after 6 months, I out of the blue asked Maharaj, my son plays very good cricket. Should I allow him to play? Oh, yeah, no, let him play. Let him play. The bhakti is important. He said, yes, Maharaj. So I still felt something is wrong. Because many times Maharaj would say, see, devotees, many times they say, okay, you do it because we want to do it. Because rascal, if they say no, you will be demotivated. We force our views. On very few instances, Maharaj says, don't do it. Or somebody will say, don't do it, do this way. And we should be thinking, very great, thank you for telling me the truth. So I asked again, when we met again for 1 year, I was quietly at the lotus feet of Maharaj. I said, Maharaj, one question. I said, yes. No, son, Krishna Das, yes, Krishna. Your Jashi Krishna Das, then, small. Jashi Krishna Das plays very good cricket, Maharaj. He's going to higher level and all that. You're allowed to play? Yes. Bhakti is important. So after 3-4 times, then I said, okay, now you play. So he was allowed to play. So this is the point, you see. But their criticism was there for the cricket game. But here it is different for the children. So we have to be practical about this. And the mood is very important to understand. So if you have a taste for something, you'll finish the taste first before you waste time. This is the point to be understood. It's a very personal process. No matter how much anybody gives big answers, the fact is we will change when we want to change. That's it, nothing else. This is sum and substance. And you rightly say, this is the answer. You rightly said it. And this is the truth. But whole of society in ISKCON and Gaudiya Math, everybody asks the same question for 50 years. And everybody gives different answers for this, but answers the same. And they say, oh, that point was very good, Prabhu. The Maharaj gave very good answer. I loved it. I said, man, what is this? Each time I hear this, I say the same answer, man. And the same people ask the same question. 50 years they're chanting, they're saying, how do I do this? And they give a different glass, this lila and this and that, and this answer and that answer. Wow, such beautiful answer. So I find myself to be very isolated, alone. I can't understand this. Is this okay?
Yes, Prabhuji. Yeah.
So, summum bonum is, if you want to do it, you'll do it. That is right. That is a simple answer. The fact is, we don't want to do it. Process is given to us, everything is in front of us, but we don't want to do it. So what can we do? If you are sick, but if you don't know you are sick, there is medicine that is given to you by the doctor, you will not take. Or you take, sometimes you don't take. But if you are sick, and you know you are sick, and you want to get better, then you follow the routine properly. This is the answer. And that's why become lover of the routine. The moment you love your routine, with sadhana and all this, material things also, but main thing concentrating upon your personal sadhana. Moment you come to that nice, balance, I love it. This is best. Then you do the routine wherever you go. You'll have a small hole somewhere and you do the routine. This is my part. Don't touch it here. Don't touch this. This is my thing. I do other things, no problem. Don't touch it. This is my thing. You go back to your hole, do things and come back. Do your other things. Again, you go there, do the thing, come back. The routine. This is my personal realization. Routine. Set up a very nice routine which you love, you'll be happy. Hare Krishna. More than this, I'll be lying. So don't make me lie, please. I'll be hyping for no reason, Is that okay?
Yes, Prabhuji. Thank you. Thank you for explaining that, Prabhuji.
I don't know. It may have raised questions for a lot of people. Hare Krishna. But we will carry the question in the next program now that we are going to have beginners program. So this can be relevant for beginners also at every level. So good question. Thank you very much. Hare Krishna. Okay, I think we should stop the conversation today on the class now. So thank you very much to Sanjeev Prabhu for a nice realization in the class. And when our class has got many questions, then the class is good, prepared nicely.
I think Parth Prabhu has also raised the hand, but I'm not sure if it's time to take his question or not.
Okay. Well, but there's no time. I think we're going on.
Okay.
Yep. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Prabhu.
Hare Krishna. Jai. Srila Prabhupada ki Jai.
Hey, Jai.
Krishna, can you delete part of YouTube, please? Let's start again. Thank you. So don't go away, please, all of you. We'll start the program immediately now. Host, I'll make you host, and then you make it co-host again.